Okay, so create a cube. And one thing we haven't talked about is how do you make the cube slightly bigger. So let's just scale it for a second. So in order to scale, we look over here for this tool. Now this tool is supposed to be intuitive. It's supposed to be showing you a little square that is in the process of being enlarged. I don't know if it looks like that to you or not, but that's what it's supposed to look like. So we'll click on that tool, and you will notice it will bring up different types of manipulators. They no longer have arrows on them because we're not moving the shape. It now has squares. Now, we want to keep this cube completely to where the width, height, and the depth are the same distances, or same measurements. So, if you wanted to make this an irregular cube, you would use the tan, the blue, and the red one, which we don't want to do right now. We want to be perfectly a cube and not irregular. So, in order to make it perfect, we're going to click and hold on the middle one and just move your mouse to the right and it will enlarge. Now if you go to the left, it will do the reverse. It will start to do it backwards. So just go to the right to enlarge, and then I'm going to use my move tool to move it above the plane so that I don't have to see the grid through it. So now it's above. If I need to, I can rotate. I like to make it to where I can see at least 3 sides at any given time so I can see as much of the shape as possible. We can really only ever see 3 sides. If I need to zoom in, I can scroll in. If I need to move up and down, I can hold down the left mouse button and move my shape up and down. If I need to rotate, it's left mouse button. Sorry, Alt key and left mouse button, and I can rotate to see at least 3 sides. Go up to File and Save Scene As, and we will call this Cube Object. I would call it a coin box, but some of you told me you don't necessarily want to do a Mario coin box. It's fine. Maybe you're going to make Mario bricks, or maybe you're going to make something from a completely different game. So I'll just call it Cube Object. We will eventually turn this in when we're completely finished tomorrow with it. You will need to do some artwork tomorrow as well. Some 2-dimensional artwork. Believe it or not, 2D artwork in the 3D world. Okay, save as. Continue. Yes, I know this is a student version. It will always remind you that it's a student version. Alright, next step. We need to go up to the UV menu. UV. Okay, and when we're in the UV menu, we want to click on UV Editor. Again, I will post the step-by-step tutorial of this and the video link from this tutorial this afternoon. UV Editor. And when you first look at it, it's a little strange looking. Now, the same tool rules apply. You can zoom in to see this better. You can hold down the Alt key to move this left and right to see as much as possible. What this is showing you is essentially what this cube looks like if it were made out of paper. Have you ever made a 3D cube out of paper? Okay, so you at least know what I'm talking about. That's what this is right here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to export that design, put our artwork on it, and then stick it to the cube. And Maya will do all the hard work of wrapping it around and piecing it together. You won't have that awkward moment of using tape and trying to get it to stick. It'll do the hard part for you. So what we want to do here is, in this menu, is go to Polygon menu, polygons, plural. And in the polygons menu, we want to click on UV Snapshot. It's all the way down at the bottom. And what that's going to do is it's going to take a picture of that little cutout diagram. UV Snapshot. And then it's going to say, what do you want to call it and where do you want to put it. So I'm going to choose Browse and put it in my Maya folder. Okay, so I'm just going to take a minute, navigate to the folder. Wherever you save. You'll notice in this video I'm posting it in my own folder. You're posting it on your network drives or maybe on a home computer. And I'm going to call this Cube Object Layout, because that's essentially what it is. It's a layout of all sides of a cube. How many sides of a cube are there? Alright, very good. 6 sides. The 4 sides around the outside and then the top and the bottom make the 6 sides. Save. And then it's going to say size X and Y. We'll leave that alone for right now. It's automatically going to make this the exact dimensions of your shape, so you shouldn't have to play with that. Color value, we'll leave it alone as well. We do want to change image formats to JPEG, and that's because tomorrow we're going to go into Photoshop and edit it. So change that over to JPEG and press OK. It will save for you. And that's where this tutorial is going to stop, as we're down to just a couple minutes. When we come back tomorrow, we will put the artwork on the layout, bring it back into Maya so we can wrap it around our cube, and then send it over into Unity to see our new shape. So today we focused on parts of the screen with Maya, how to move around the screen. We focused on how to change edges, faces, and vertexes, and then how to begin to make a grid layout for our shape.